Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jacob and I hope you all yourselves a fantastic day so far. Today, I got a super freaking awesome one for you. Can anyone guess what this is? If you've said fluorescent nightlight, you would be correct. This is a fluorescent nightlight I got from my grandma. And as far as I know, this thing has been on since 2001 because this thing looks like it's taken a beating, and when we open it, when you take this lens off in a second, you'll see what I mean. So it has a date code of May 2001. It's a GE brand. If I zoom in here and we show you, there's the UL listing, and on the side of it right here, you can't really read anything. Oh, there, maybe you can read that. Anyway, I'll read it out. It says 120 volts, 60 hertz, 6 watts, made in China. The model number is GE 3921A. GE 3921A. It had a photo cell on it, but that doesn't work anymore. And yeah, I mean, I kind of blew it out a little bit with my air compressor, and this thing had a lot of crud inside of it. So if I go ahead and take my my persuasion tool, we can go ahead and take this thing off. I got to be really freaking careful not to break anything because this thing is in immaculate shape. There we go. Alright, now I'm sure you could see it. We'll get to that part in a second, but let's just take a look at the lens here. I don't know if this is yellowing from the bulb. Yellowing from the bulb, the UV being produced from the bulb, because this was made pretty early. It was made pretty early in the sense of like modern fluorescence. So maybe they had a higher mercury content, thus creating more UV, and maybe this is just part of the UV, or maybe this is just from heat, because this bulb does get kind of hot. I don't know. I'll stick with the latter. So we'll set the lens aside. And this is actually, it sounds like glass, but I think it's a mixture of like some hard plastics or whatever. Anywho, let's get to the bulb side, and as you can see here, this thing looks like it's been on, looks like it's been through a lot. Mainly by the electrodes. It looks pretty bad. Like that, just burnt through the plastic. If we go and take it apart here, let me look at this part. I really don't want to take it out because it's hard to get back in. Look at this part. This is all the circuitry in there. Some 2 big resistors and whatever the heck that is. I don't know if that's a transformer or something. I have no idea. I have no idea, but that's it right there. So what's funny about this is that if I grab an F4T5, this is an F4T5 next to it. Oh. This is an F4T5 next to it. So this is like an F3 T5 bulb, which is pretty cool. And some of these actually were cool enough, they were a lot cooler, and they actually had end caps on them, like the bulb was replaceable. But unfortunately this bulb is not replaceable. It still has cloth wiring on it. I'll give you guys a little close-up. Set the video quality to 4K to see the best quality. That's all the circuitry right there. Super simple. Some of them actually had the ballast was just a piece of wire. And I thought that was the strangest and coolest thing ever. So we'll leave the cover off and we'll bring in the meter here. And we'll go ahead and just put it on. Now as you can see, we'll go ahead and turn these lights off. This thing has been through something because this thing does not like to start unless I hit it a couple times. Well, there it goes. There it is. It's flickering pretty bad, like in real life. And this thing is like pink. This thing is so mercury starved. This thing is like not even a color anymore, not even a shade of white anymore. It does look super white on camera, I get that, but this thing has been through a lot. Since it's been on since 2001, and this was actually underneath my grandma's carport, like where she parks her car, and it's just been on there 24/7. So as you can see, if we look on the meter here, we're pulling 4.8 watts, 0.28 power factor, 0.14 amps, and it's already kind of hot. So these if I go ahead and slip this little lens on right here, as you can see, it does kind of soften it up a little bit, and it does kind of like neutralize the pink color. Like if I take this lens off right now, it's really pink to the naked eye right now. But then if I slip this on, now it's like a super warm white, wider than like a 2700K CFL. So this thing is pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna keep this thing, and I'm gonna clean it up probably. I really don't want to mess with it too much. It wasn't out in the sun, so I'm not really scared of it. You see what I mean? Like this thing, it's gotta like preheat the electrodes for like, I don't know, like a minute. And there, watch it. There it goes. It's got to get like the electrodes super freaking hot. And you got to think, like this thing isn't even that long. It doesn't even take much to strike an arc through that. But when you don't have any mercury, it's kind of hard to strike an arc. So once again, that's a an F4 T5 next to it, and it's glass as well. Anywho, we'll put the lens back on it, the shade, the diffuser, whatever you want to call it, and there it is. Anyway guys, I hope you all did enjoy the video on this GE fluorescent nightlight, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will see you on the next video. My name is Jacob. Have a great day. Peace.